Yeah, yes, thank you, Jeremy. All these things are important. Again, it's very subtle, that it's explained to each person over and over, and it does take a while. It's understandable, but it's the stepping up. And so, as you will use Ramon as an example here, as you know, he has his experiences, and many times you might say he confesses, "Oh, I don't know what this means. I don't know what it is." Because again, RealBazaar is trying to get his attention because there's a potential there that he can utilize if he will get that personal self going. Now, referring back to, and people have attitudes like, oh, I don't do that, I don't want to do that, I don't have time, whatever. Well, that's not what it's all about, okay? Not at all, not even close. So that's just a person saying that, I'm only interested in my personal life and I have these experiences, but I don't know what they mean. So anyhow, there it is. You're the objective view. And I'll go back several weeks ago. If you remember, Ramon talked about him being on the second floor and he saw a chessboard and he saw the black players on the board. But then he looked over and he saw these white players that were in a plastic bag. The see-through plastic bag, he could see the white players. Well, and then he went downstairs and then had some confrontation, whatever. And so again, dealing with his personal self there as he went downstairs, that was the confrontation. He was really, in a way, he was arguing with his personal self. His personal self, didn't want to comply, etc. Getting just on and on. It's a sneaky way that it brings it around in the real side. But anyhow, his chess players represented what we're doing, putting his players on the board and playing the game. But instead, he has them bagged up in a plastic bag, which is an idea, which is something, we know plastic's not really good, but anyhow, there's the idea. Instead of putting them on the board and playing the game and confronting, you see? So it's right there, but he didn't get it. So it's not picking on him or anybody else, but over and over we keep saying you have to confront it. Now you're doing this on the real side, like the mountain thing and whatever you're seeing. See, we're the new view. We don't need the old stuff. You see, we're the new view. And that is that we're providing real references and not the old ideas of absolutes. So when people, especially in religion and spiritual path, they look to gods and saviors and whatever, masters and gurus as absolutes. And it's not that. These are references, but these references now reference creation. That's all they reference. Ours references the real guides and the real universes. But each person it helps out by the intent that they have, the true intent, sincere intent to help this along. And it's very, very important. And so the physical part, yes, it's very important. All of it is important because we need creation. Without creation, you wouldn't know about this. You would just be unaware somewhere. But you're always here now. It's all here now. But you needed these references to get to this point. This is why it's very, very important. And look at how RealBazaar is bringing around all of this, etc., and explaining this to help people out, because this is the age we're in. We're not in the old age where you become a monk and you sit cross-legged and do all these things and meditate and whatever. No, that's already been done. All life is awareness. It's not getting somewhere. It's not having something. It's waking up and being aware. And that's a big step because reality is far too real. And so you have to actually push that personal self. When I worked construction, that was really hard. It was hell. But I liked it, and I had to push myself. I had to push myself up. You see, most people have been brought up passive. They want you to be passive so that you just suck it all in. This is the passive age with the computers and all this stuff. You just sit at a desk. You don't need to exercise. You don't need to do nothing. Everybody's looking for a diet and something to do where they don't have to exercise because it's the passive system. But again, why are we here? So this is the idea. Until you recognize what the is and what it's doing, because it's in the doing, and this is what people don't get. See, at first you get the knowledge. You look to the knowledge and thinking, oh, I got something here, I know this. No, you don't. It's just the references. But they are the references to something real, to where you learn to position your intent with what's going on now. And this is constantly being shown on the real side and sharing it. This is why I like the seers, because they give objective views, and like Kevin, etc., and like yourself. Very, very important. And you know, you kids are young at this, and most people get caught up in their personal self with the knowledge they've gained. I've seen it come and go, and the best seers come and go. They got all confused with their personal knowledge, thinking, well, I know Rebazar, I know that, I know this, and I've been there, and I can leave my body and all this stuff. Okay, fine. But that's not it. That's what Claudia and Sandy thought, the last two, and they're really good seers, but where are they now? Where their attention? They didn't see it because they didn't want to see it. If you don't want it, that's it. But Rebazar, you know, keeps trying to show people, but are they listening? Are they paying attention? Are they only interested in their life? I'm focusing on, especially down here, I look at the Mexican people. We went to the farmer's market yesterday near near the Fruteria marketplace, and walked through the streets. And I see every person is awesome. The Mexicans are so cool. And I look at all they do, all they struggle to do just to survive this world. You know, and these people are precious. They have precious hearts, like, you know, so precious. I look for that. That sincerity in some way to communicate with them, to do something. I'm not concerned about myself. I'm nothing. There is no me. But again, this is what Rebazar is hinting at. Take the hint, get going, or you got nothing, because eventually they'll just let you be. And it was the same with me. When I stepped back at first with the Rada Par because it's too much after a year, you know, they prompted me to come back in, but at the same time they said, you know, you want to do it again, or we'll just let you be. Okay? So you want to be really grateful that you know this. Really sincerely grateful. It's not a mind thing. It's sincere awareness. It's so cool. Yeah, you decide.